What you got there, Colton?
Baby chicks.
Baby chicks.
Yeah.
Well, let's open them up and look at them.
I'm gonna hold one. This is gonna be their nest, guys.
All right, guys. We finna open this box up. We got us some baby chicks, some more American breasts. These here came from the Recreational Homestead, all the way from Michigan. And here it is in the winter time, and it don't look like we lost not the first chick. Holding one of them, Colton. They doing good on their little shipment. How many we got here? 2, 4, 6, 8. Looks like we got 20 chicks. 20. And Mr. Chase, when he ships out his breast chickens, he also sends a little packet right here. We'll have to open that up and read this. Look at there, we got a little bottle opener gift. Some little stickers. Guys, I'm gonna get this out and we'll look at all this later on. Right now we need to get these chicks out, get them a drink of water, and get them in their brooder. You can hold one.
Oh, I got 2.
Don't drop them. Guys, first thing we're going to do is get these chicks out of this box. Get them a drink of water and get them in the warm brooder. And then we'll talk about the chicks and where they come from. But I want y'all to notice, Chase ships these chicks with little leg bands on them. And they got different colors, 3 different colors, and that's white. Papaw breeding pen they come out of. Like I said, so right now we finna get them all in the brooder and get them warm, and then I'm gonna get back with y'all and talk about these chicks in a recreational homestead. You can hand me one of them and you can get them out for me. You gotta get them out. See, they thirsty and hungry. They starving. All right, see him sticking his mouth down in there?
I get this. You want it in my pocket?
No, you can't put them in your pocket. We gotta put them in a box and let them eat. And then
It's like pretty good, but these are the witnesses and the witnesses and the ones that we just talked.
looks like Mr. Chase sent us some good chicks here, didn't he?
He bited me.
Bited you?
These 2 baby chicks have yeah, guys. Oh my. Stick it so they go to a little bit white.
Minute.
And then
See, they got red bands, green bands, and purple bands.
All different colors of the rainbow.
Alright guys, y'all see they gathered up under that heat lamp. We're gonna let them get warmed up. They drinking water. Some of them starting to eat. And then I'm gonna get back with y'all after they get warmed up. My shed gets warmed up good. I wasn't expecting these in today. My tracking number said tomorrow. And they come in a day early. And when the post office called me, I had to hurry up and turn on the heat lamp here. But it's warming up. They gathering right on it, and I'm finna put the top on it so it'll hold the heat in. And I'm starting them out in my shed in just a little brooder box made out of a tote for a couple days. Alright guys, it's about 12 hours later. It's actually after dark down here. And Colton ain't here, so now I can finish the video. I come back out here to check on the chicks, and we're gonna look at them here in a little bit. But what I want to talk about right now, if you're interested in the American breast and you want to order some chicks, I think I found one of the best places to get them now. You need to check out the Recreational Homestead. They have a YouTube channel. I'll put a link in the description below this video. Chase, he has a beautiful family. And me and him actually, guys, it's hard for me to say I got a lot in common with somebody that's 20 plus years younger than me, but I think Chase and me thinks on the same kind of line of thought about some things. But back to the chickens I received, y'all seen. They come from Michigan all the way down here to Louisiana. And right now at nights down here, I'm in the northeast corner, so I'm not down south. I'm in the very northeast corner of Louisiana, and our lows, it's been the last few nights, it's been freezing. I get up in the morning, my rabbit water and stuff is froze. And I don't know how cold it is in Michigan, but I got a little clip here of him going to the post office, and you can see it was snow on the ground. So he packs these birds very good. A lot of people don't ship birds in the winter. Well, a lot of it's because they ain't getting the eggs. And a lot of them thinks it's not safe to ship them. Well, I'm going to tell you, y'all seen how he had these packed. I mean, he's got like triple layer of this bedding material in the bottom. Sent me 20 birds instead of 15 birds. Actually, my tracking number showed me they was gonna get here tomorrow, and they got here this morning. And you can't ask for healthier birds to be shipped. Now, I've ordered chicks in the summertime, and I'm kind of like me and Chase thinks on the same train of thought here. Is in the summertime they get too hot, where in the wintertime, if you pack them right, the chicks can survive better. And there's the proof in the pudding. In his shipping boxes, he sends this little pamphlet here, and it's got all kinds of little stuff from upon arrival, what you should do, their guarantee, the brooder setup, the heat source guide, all about the eggs, growing your flock, and frequent asked questions, along with their contact numbers if you have questions that you need to contact them about. They had their little stickers here. That's the Recreational Homestead. What's this little sticker? Live baby chicks handled with care. And I love this little sticker right here, guys. It says, breast is the best. Now what male can't like that? Got a little bottle opener for a gift. And I've been watching the Recreational Homestead When I started getting into breast chickens, I started watching just about any video that I could come across on breast chicken. That's the American breast chicken. If you don't know nothing about it, from my research, guys, the best I can research and figure out is the first ones was transported over here in 2011 from France. Then I think some more was transported over in 2015 and maybe 2017. But anywhere you get these breast birds from, they're pretty much going to be from the same line of birds, because the first person who got them over here in 2011 and 2015 and 2017 is where they started, and then they started from there. Now, yes, you can get, after people's had them and they started doing their breeding program on them and what they wanted to breed. So, like me, I got some eggs from Mandolin Royal, and again, I'm going to put her link in the description below this video too, because she sells eggs. The Recreational Homestead, Chase, he sells the chicks. He might start selling eggs, but I think at this time he don't sell eggs, but that's something you need to check into. But if you're interested in the chicks, I'm suggesting to go to Chase. If you want eggs at this time and Chase don't sell eggs, I'm suggesting you go to Mandolin Royal. Now, I got eggs from Mandolin Royal and I got chicks from Chase right here, and I'm gonna tell you, you can't ask for much better chicks here, guys. Me and Chase talked on the phone. One day we had us probably about an hour conversation. I really enjoyed talking to him. Then the other morning he was texting me, telling me he shipped my eggs, and I got to texting back and forth, and I was on the deer stand. Actually killed a little buck deer when I was texting him back and forth. But he's a very down-to-earth person, and guys, on this breeding program, he does the spiral breeding. If you don't know what that is, I'll pop up a little diagram here. It's where you got 3 different pens, and to explain it the simple way, I'm gonna say once a year you would rotate your roosters around. That way you're keeping your genetics at least 3 generations apart, so you ain't got no inline breeding. And they say you can do that for a many years with your same birds and continue on with your breeding. Now, I'm not the best one at explaining this. I'm learning all this new. Yes, I've fooled with chickens all my life, but I ain't never really been into no breeding programs and stuff. But I got these American breasts and I got started in them. I done butchered, I don't know, 7 or 8 of the roosters. Now I just fatten them up on corn. Now I know and it makes sense, you should use cow's milk or some kind of fresh milk straight from a cow or goat or something, and that makes sense to me that would work better. But since I didn't have a cow and I didn't have no goat to get fresh milk, I used powdered milk because that was the cheapest way to go, and it may have not have done nothing, and it may have just been the corn doing it, but it did fatten them up. And in 16 weeks, my roosters on average was over 6 pounds, and my harvest birds was a little over 4 pounds, and I think that's pretty good for a 16-week-old bird. So I'm moving forward with this. That's why when I got in contact with Chase to get me some more chicks to get started in, because I had got behind what I wanted to do when I ordered the juvenile birds and then ended up not getting no hens, and that put me behind. So I just said, well, I'm finna get some more chicks, got what I have out there to get me started, because out of these 20 chicks, probably half of them's gonna go out in a grow out pen after I pick out my best hens and the best rooster. The rest of them will go in a grow out pen, and in 16 weeks they'll be getting harvested. So let's get over here and let's take a look at them tonight. Before I get y'all over here close, I just opened this up and turned the heat lamp. Y'all see I don't use a light heat lamp. I use a reptile bulb in this little container here. Now they won't stay in here about 2 or 3 days, and then I'll put them outside in my brooder to where I have actually a chick heater that they can get under. Plus I keep this light in there for backup in case one of them goes out. But I'm removing the feed and the water here so y'all can get a good look at these chicks. They some of the most beautiful chicks I've ever ordered. And another thing Chase does at the Recreational Homestead is he's got his spiral system set up with 3 pens. And when you get chicks from him, you're going to get chicks from each pen if it's available, which pretty much his big operation he's got going now, it's going to be available. But you're going to get a few chicks from each pen, and they're going to come with markings on their legs. Now, tomorrow I get out here, and I'm going to take these bands off of their legs, and I'm going to toe punch them so I can keep them separated, because I want to be able to keep the line separated and see what I get out of each line. And it might change my setup that I've already started out there on my spiral pen setup. But we got green bands, orange bands, and I think that was a purple band I seen earlier. And purple bands. Now I ain't got them out because I've let these since I got them this morning. I wanted to put them in here, get them water, get them feed. Y'all seen me doing that. Let them get warmed up, let them chill out, eat, not be under no stress from all the traveling and bumping and changing over at the airports and the post offices. And ain't no telling how many times they was loaded and unloaded to get from Michigan to Louisiana. So I've just let them rest today. Tomorrow I'm gonna get out here. Like I said, I'm gonna come up with the toe punch, and I'm gonna punch and make notes what toe I punch for the purple and the other 2 colors, and I'll document that on paper so I can keep this track. But guys, ain't that some beautiful chicks? Now all white chicks are yellow when they chicks, and then they turn white. But I was gonna show y'all up close here the bands. They like little rubber bands he puts on the legs right here. Hope y'all can see that little band. But they need to be taken off. I get them off tomorrow. I'm gonna let them go through the night since it's so late. They still loose, but you can't leave them bands on because they'll cut the circulation off of their legs. But tomorrow I'm gonna get out here and take that off, do a little toe punch. I've never done that before myself. I thought about doing it on this video, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna be slow on doing that and tedious because I've never done it before. So I ain't gonna do that. But them are some beautiful, healthy birds right here at Christmas time, shipped from Michigan all the way to Louisiana. Not the first one was dead, not the first one looked sick, not the first one looks like it's weak. I mean, they are just beautiful, healthy chicks. And I don't know what else a person could ask for. Like I said, a lot of people don't want to ship chicks in the winter time due to the cold weather. But this right here is proof in the pudding that you can ship chicks a long ways. From Michigan to Louisiana, that's a long ways. Now another thing, I want y'all to go check out Chase's YouTube channel, the Recreational Homestead. And he's gonna have a video. Actually, he had one video of putting these eggs that these chicks come out of in his setter and hatcher when he hatched them. And then he's got another video of him actually boxing them up and shipping them out. And then I got the video of receiving them. So you can see the whole little process by going and watching his videos to how they was received here. And like I said, now I wasn't expecting these to be here according to my tracking till in the morning. And my mail lady, which I have close relations with, I know her good, and when I get chicks or something in the mail, she'll call me, and she called me early this morning and said, hey, you got some chicks at the post office. I said, well, I'll be there shortly to get them. And see, that saved them from having to ride all day in the mail carrier to be delivered by me going straight to the post office and picking them up. Now, I know where I live down here, they'll deliver them to your house. But I just told them when I started fooling with chickens and stuff, call me, and I would get there at daylight when they was loading their vehicles and go on and get them so they wouldn't have to ride all day long. And I would suggest anybody do that. That helps the life and the stress on the chicks even more. Now, one thing that Chase does, if you order a certain amount of chicks, he's gonna send more than you ordered, because that's kind of like an insurance policy to him. If you ordered 20, he's probably gonna send you, it depends on his hatch and what he's got left over in his orders, he's probably gonna send you 2, 3, maybe 4 or 5 extra birds. It just depends. But if you order 20 birds and he sends you 23, and when you got your box there, 2 of them was dead, well, it ain't no sense in contacting him because you already got your 20 birds that you purchased. That's why he sends the extra ones in case something happens. And then if they live and nothing happens, just like with these right here, then that's your gain. You just got some free birds. Now, I know a lot of hatcheries, they'll do that, and they might send you 1 extra bird, and then it's going to end up being a hassle trying to get it replaced. But with Chase, it ain't going to be a hassle. So guys, I'm going to get this heat back on these birds. Like I said, they're going to spend the first 2 or 3 days of their life right here, out here in the shed. I actually run my little heater and keep it about 70 degrees, 65 degrees in here tonight. Because we getting down into the freezing, so their first few nights they're going to be right here in this little box. And you see, they done got cool. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all see they done got cool. Just from this time of me talking, they all, well, there's 3 of them here eating. The rest of them's huddled up under that heat lamp. So we getting their heat on. Also, guys, another thing I do is I use my heat mats that I do my seed starting with. There it is right there, a seed starting mat. You put right under your tote when it's extra cold like this. And that heats up the bottom. We're gonna get them covered back up here. Let them get warmed back up and get settled in for the night. Now, I can't say good enough things about Chase and the Recreational Homestead and what he started. He quit a full-time job to follow his dream in doing what I call small animal farming to make a living. And he's got started and he's doing a great job at it. I like the way his main focus, guys, is on meat birds. I will tell you that up front. His main focus is keeping the size of the birds and meat birds because he sells to high-end restaurants because this is known for one of the best tasting chickens in the world. So he sells meat to high-end restaurants. But at the same time, he focuses on his pens and breeding and his rotation to try to keep the blue legs, try to get some of them white earlobes in there that's supposed to be on the American breast. That a lot of your big hatcheries, if you just order some from just any old hatchery, their focus ain't on nothing. Their focus on is hatching many birds as they can just to sell as cheap as they can. To where if you get some from someone like this that's already making their living or trying to make their living and getting set up to make their living for selling meat birds, you already got somebody that's been working on building the size of them birds up for meat, who's also working on the standards of perfection of these birds. To where just any old hatchery out there, they don't care what the birds look like. They just want them hatch and sell. Their name, their game is all about numbers. The more I can hatch, the more I can sell. And when I come across, like I said, I've been watching the Recreational Homestead for a long time. And finally one night I just emailed Chase, and then we ended up talking on the phone a few times, and we text several times over the last few weeks. And same thing with Madeline Royal. I ain't gonna leave her out because she's helpful with me. We email back and forth, and I ask her questions because she's been fooling with these birds a long time. But like I said, both of them, I'm gonna put their links in the description below this video. And Madeline does not sell chicks, she just sells eggs. But if you want to get started in the chicks, or if you live anywhere around Michigan, I don't know his hometown. If I did, I wasn't gonna say it on the air anyway, but he sells fresh milk. I actually don't know what all he sells. I know they sell turkey. You have to go check out his website. I'm gonna, like I said, I'll put it in the link below this video. But guys, I just can't say enough about him. I wished I lived close enough I could go visit him. I know Colton and he got 3 little boys, and I ain't even gonna try to say their names because I get them jumbled up here and say the wrong names. But anyway, his oldest little boy and Colton, I could see them if they was neighbors to where they could get out and play and do stuff together. They kind of being trained on the same line of thought. Teach them to work, and let them get out there and work and make it fun for them while they're little. Not make it like a job, not make it a chore. They having fun and they learning. And that's one thing that brought my attention to Chase when I started watching him. I said, I like the way he's doing this with his kids. Guys, another thing I want to mention about Chase and selling his chicks is you need to check on his website. Because through the winter months, sometimes they offering free shipping. And another thing, you can go on and pre-schedule, or pre-order, I guess is a better way of saying it. You can pre-order your chicks for the spring. And he'll usually, I don't know how he does it, but look on his website, and also you can email him. He got on there where you can email him, or may have his phone number on there where you can call him. But you can pre-order your chicks for the spring. That way you can go on and get ahead of the rush, because these American breast chickens is getting to be more popular and more popular. If you don't want to get none right now this time of year, or in January or in February, you can go on and pre-order and get yours for March or April or whatever month you want. I just thought I'd point that out. I forgot, but that is a very good, important thing. But I don't want to talk too much because I don't want to say something and it be wrong. you can go to the website and get all the information you need. And I promise you, if you email him or his wife will get right back to you. But guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Share my video with anyone that you think may be interested in these birds. Send them over to Chase. I think he'd be one of the top-notch places to buy some chicks from. This is some of the best chicks I've ever ordered and received in my life. But guys, as always, I hope y'all have a great day and a blessed week. God bless. See y'all next time.